Yeah, yeah. Coming up on Mental Health Marty, we're back, y'all. We got the squad back, and we are so excited to have conversation with you. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Martina Sellers, your host, your boy, coming to you live from Southern California, where the sun is always shining. And listen, y'all, welcome to the first show of the new year, and it is also Black History Month, and we are so excited. I'm so glad that you're with us. Listen, I needed to take some time off just to recalibrate, regroup, and refresh, but we are so glad that you are here. Oh my goodness. Please give us thumbs up. Let us know that you're out there. Put a text. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? And it has been so long. Missed you so much, but we needed to take a break just to get some things and just to enjoy life and make sure that our own mental health was up to par and where it needs to be. So listen, it's okay to say that you're not okay, and it's okay to take a break sometimes just to recalibrate, but know that we have missed you, I have missed you, and we are so glad that you have joined us on today. Now, if this is your first time joining us on the Mental Health Marty Show, I don't know how, but listen, we welcome all first-time visitors like we at church, all first-time people who's on the show just to say hello and all that, but let me remind you what the purpose of Mental Health Marty is all about. Mental Health Marty is intended as a psychoeducational tool and a psychoeducational tool only. It is not a substitute for any type of medical or psychological meetings that you might have. So don't say I watch the show and you don't go to the doctor or see your therapist or your psychologist or your psychiatrist. Some of us need to see a psychiatrist. Amen, saints. But we want to definitely to empower you so that you have the necessary tools to walk through this whole journey called life and do it with great success. However, if you are experiencing any type of medical emergency or psychiatric emergency, please go to your nearest urgent care, or dial 988, which is the medical and the psychological emergency national helpline. So we're so glad that you are with us today. And it's just good to be back on this. Wow. Like I said, I've missed you guys so much, but I have been busy. And we're so excited to share with you this new season in 2024. Now, how do you stay connected with us? I am so glad that you asked that question. Now, if we're going to see comments, although we're streaming on multiple platforms, the platform that we see all comments on is through YouTube. So go to Mental Health Marty on YouTube, and there you can definitely watch us, see all the old shows. You can subscribe, like, and when you hear that bell, that's going to let you know that a show is going on. So definitely go back and check out some of the old shows and some of the ones we've done in the past. We have over 200 shows on there, and all of those shows are meant to support you in your mental health journey. So it is the first of the month, and we definitely want to talk about all things cultural. In those regards, we're going to talk about Black community, Black culture, Black church, Black Christ, just Black health, Black wellness, all those things. And I want to say happy Black History Month to everyone. Listen, although Black History Month is only celebrated in the month of February, although it is the shortest month, we have chosen that month. I did some more research on that because Black History Month started off as a week and then went into the month. But Black History Month is not just in February. It is every day. I am Black history because I am alive, I am well, and I am passionate about doing the work in our community. So if any of those things meet your criteria as well, not only am I Black history, but you are Black history as well. So we are so excited about that. But listen, I don't do this first show of every month on my own. I have 3 other amazing co-hosts with me. We're going to do the show live one day, and all 4 of us be together, just like they do on The View and everything else. But I am so excited to bring on none other than the queen herself, the Reverend Dr. MarQuerita Story. Dr. Story, how are you?
I am amazing. I am so glad that we are together. Happy New Year. Happy Black History Month. It has been so long. I don't know if you know I had a baby since the last time we was together. I'm joking. It has been so long since we've been together. You had a baby.
Right. Wait a minute. I just saw you
not
in
my worst dream.
That was a quick baby.
Honey, and we call him Bart. Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Dr. Story,
I just miss you.
You're looking awfully fabulous. I miss you too. You're looking so good. Look at you. Come on, representing Black history. Our queen.
Honey, yes, I plastered it all over my skin, and if it couldn't come through my skin, I made sure I put some skin on top of my skin. Honey, got on the shirt, baby. That's got it on there as well. Yes. I'm so grateful to be here. I love this time that we have together. I love all of those that join us each and every time. And Bishop that's with us, and even Rob. This is like the best team. One of the sharpest and smartest groups of individuals I've ever met in my life. And so this time is a time that I enjoy being together. And I'm so grateful to God for you who have assembled us together and ensure that we keep this thing moving on. So I love you, and my hats off to you, my brother.
Likewise. Well, it's never a dull moment. And we're going to bring on the bishop himself, all the way from the dirty South in Houston, none other than Bishop Shon Stewart.
Well, good evening, family. It is an honor to see each and every one of you on today. Really, you had a whole baby. I need a meeting immediately. There are a few questions, and I'm just going to own. I'm not a prophet. I'm an intercessor, but I've got a few questions. Somebody gonna have to answer me on.
Somebody lying. Is that what you say?
Yes, somebody and they lying good. They lying good too. And I want to. I just want to shake their hand. I just want to shake their hand, because if you pull that off, then the timeline don't make sense, Marty. I'm gonna just own it for the rest of the timeline don't make. Where's my brother? Get Junior on here. Bring him on. because I need to know.
Rob, my brother from the same mother. Rob Sellers, come on and join us, Rob.
Come on, Rob.
Because you need to. Now, Rob,
what up? I'm here. I'm in the building.
Did you know about this baby?
No.
I don't
I had no idea. It's shocking all of us. Yeah, it's shocking all of us right now.
I'm making a note on this.
It's Black history. It's Black.
Yeah, it is. That's why I'm making a note on this envelope instead of in my journal.
Miracles.
It just
immediate signs.
So many things.
Listen,
like we were away from each other too long, and so I just want you to know something happened. And so maybe it was for shock effect.
Man.
Are you shocked?
There's been a few times in my 50 years, Rob, that I have been searching for words. Today is the second time in my life. Yeah, this is the second time.
It's understandable.
Yeah,
it's understandable. She's just dropping babies like it's nothing.
Baby, like it's dropping them. Like it's, man, she dropping them like a fat man sitting in a sauna. I mean,
yeah.
Jesus. She perspired.
You can tell.
Well, we know.
We have not.
Well, we know the baby gonna be healthy. The baby gonna be healthy. We know that much.
Baby, at least we know half the pot of that stock is all right, but it's that other half I need to bring to the table. I can't hear nobody talking to me, baby. Listen, if this is what Common Part does for us, then we should never be a part of it.
This is the type of show. I missed you guys so much, and it's so good to see each and every one of you.
I really did.
Yes.
That was a compliment.
We gotta get all of us in person. He's still on the baby. We moving on. Bishop.
Where's my I need one of my pills because somebody I need to take something. She done blew the baby out of here. I don't know what I need something because it don't make sense, Rob. It just
Rob throwed off over there too. He don't even want to talk about it though. And I think
I'm lost for words as well. I'm lost for words as well.
Listen, how you doing over yonder, Rob? It's so good to see you. Got your pen?
We got him. We got him in the building. We got him all.
We got
them all. Okay, great. I just checked the record. Yeah, I had to write down the Bishop baby.
Can I celebrate my brother? I love my brother. Because
tell us about him.
He just got finished with his year of basketball with the his what you teaching the
freshman sophomore boys basketball. Keller High School. Yeah, I wanted to choke every last one of them in this last game, but hey,
that's when you know you coaching right.
Yeah, some told me, yo, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. You want to return next year. You haven't got your stipend yet, so just relax.
Don't choke the baby.
I just want to tell you, freedom looks good on you, man. Oh my God, it looks amazing.
Hey, stress-free, brother. Stress-free feels good. Great experience, but I enjoyed it and continuing on.
Yes. That's it. But and I think in this time of giving back, and that's what I love, Bobby, that you're giving back, and I would challenge more of us to give back into our communities. That's how we made a difference. That's how our foreparents and our forefathers and mothers and they were actively involved in the community to protect the community, to uplift the community, to challenge the community, to do all of those things. We can no longer just sit back and complain and do nothing. So my challenge to all of us this month in Black History Month, that we don't just give lip service, but let's give life service and line our walk with our talk and give back to our communities, because there is an all-out war in destroying our Black and brown communities, and we have to stop it and make sure that our voices are heard. And can we just go here as our first topic, since we're talking about topics tonight, hot topics, voting. We got to get out there and vote. It is critical this election that we vote. Bobby, I know this is a passion of yours, and I'm going to start with Bobby, then I'll go to Bishop, and then Dr. Story. Talk to us about why voting is so imperative, especially in this entire, I was going to say in the southern states, but it's not just in the southern, it's across the nation. Why? Talk to us about.
I mean, well, voting. Sometimes you have to. Voting is just how I like to look at it. It's just a tool in the toolbox. Yeah, we might not have the right candidates that we believe in, but the whole thing you try to break down is, I try to say the top 5 things that concern you. Break those down and try to have a comprehensive decision as far as, okay, do I go Republican or do I go with the Democrats? Now we know I didn't vote for the mummy. I did not vote for the mummy, meaning AKA Joe Biden. However, he's better than Fat Donnie. Sorry about that. He's better than Fat Donnie and them.
You got the mummy and Fat Donnie.
The mummy and the Fat Donnie. The mummy over there. We got a lot to do over here, because these Democratic liberals, they something else. You know what I mean? And I'm building on my Malcolm X.
Okay, that's your book. Your read.
I've been reading on it. You know what I mean? What is it? The ballot, the bullet or the ballot. So
that's good.
We got to use our tools, because we know Fat Donnie and that side, they're trying to take away everything. for us minorities, especially as Black folks. So
but they're not even hiding their hands.
Excuse me. No, it's just straight blatant.
They're not even hiding their hands.
No, straight blatant. And for all you out there, especially out here in these African American men and women talk about they gonna sit out on the voting. Don't you dare do that.
Don't
you dare do that.
That's what they're expecting us to do. They're expecting us to sit out, so it gives them an easier and a straight line to what they want. We have to shake up the polls like never before.
We also need to pay attention to, you have to follow the money. And we saw this happen right here in Houston in our mayor's race. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee went up against a gentleman for the state, and he was even though he says he's a registered Democrat, his political candor and behavior parenthetically suggests that he is a funded Republican, Democrat by title only. And so what has happened is he outspent her because she was outfunded because the Republicans put their money behind somebody that they could be in partnership with. And partnership in the South means control. And so I think that we now need to talk about not just who we put in these positions, but who's behind the scenes pulling the strings to the person we're putting in front of the position.
That's good. Just Dr. Story.
Yeah, no, I agree with both of my brothers that have spoken. One of the things is if you won't vote, don't dialogue later on. Because we would have lost the opportunity for our voice to be heard. And whether we like it as so eloquently put together by Rob, the other one,
Mommy and Fat Donnie.
What's out.
The mummy.
Okay. Right. But with this voting piece, there has been scuttlebutt out there that potentially Michelle Obama still had the capacity to run.
Yes.
And that many had been talking to her and all of that. And so that's one of the things I think some people are hoping and waiting for. However, I know there's a timer on being able to even say that you're running, even if it's not under the guise of Democrat and Republican. However, we need to speak, but more so, we need to speak. And Rob, you're always saying this. On our local level, we act like the presidency has the most power. But Rob, you've always pushed and pressed us about those local elections. And so even now, I don't know if you want to speak to that, but even now they're here.
Yes, definitely. I mean, well, it's just like the presidency. That's like the Super Bowl. All the flash, all the sexiness of the voting, but the whole thing is. It starts at the local, starts at the state and federal. So you have to start at your local, then go to your county, state, federally. You have to, because we have to pay attention not only to our DAs. We got to worry about who our mayor is. That's the police force. You have to worry about DA. You know how they like to lock us up. We definitely got to pay attention to our district attorneys, judges. No question about the judges. So I think we get caught up into the Super Bowl, meaning every 4 years, but the whole things we got to pay attention to is the local voting, not only every 4 years, but every 2 years.
I agree with that, because you got to know what's going on in your community, and with that, and my mayor, she has my cell phone number, and she called me. I was like, Mayor Warren, how'd you get my number? Oh, I got it. I'm like, okay, I see. But it's good that you can have those relationships, because you need to know. I totally agree with you. How police are being funded. And no one is talking about really the defunding of police, where we're talking about the realignment so that we are doing things properly. We know we need the police. We are the first ones that we're not talking about get rid of the police. It would be chaos without them.
That's right.
But we want to
got to finesse that term. Like you said, with the realignment, because they didn't killed the word talk about defunding police. That's all you hear. That that's the same thing as the DEI and
yes, sir.
It's the same thing. I can't even think of. I can't even think of it. The learning, critical race theory.
Critical race theory.
It's right up there with that. So we got to finesse the game. Same
and
thing. How they always talk about quote unquote
that they put us out, that they chase after us, even after we've done our research, done our work, we've been published. Right. The only thing that they can taint us with is a plagiarism allegation that if it had existed, then my content chair would have caught it in the midst of my dissertation writing, and I never would have made it through my dissertation defense if I was plagiarizing.
Are you talking about Harvard? Are you talking? Is this a Harvard? Are we?
Well, I'm isolated to Harvard, but my scope is a little bit broader because when we as African Americans get in positions of leadership, of hierarchy leadership, when people who do not agree with us, be it in our socialism, sexism, outreach connections, if you don't like something that I do politically, then what you will do is attack something with half of a story, produce a whole lie, and then expect a full court press on it. Then when you bring it down to its merits, what you really find out is that it's not even smokes and guns, it's just flat lies. Because you cannot defend a dissertation through content with a content chair and not be correct. You cannot. So then when you get to the place of defense, even now they've got systems in place. Before ChatGPT came out, they had systems in place where we could verify if you plagiarize something, if you didn't put the right footnote. So for them to even allege, now on the Harvard thing, that is plagiarism, just say that you don't like a black gay woman in leadership telling white boys and white girls what to do, even though she earned her rank, she proved her dissertation, and then she did what you couldn't do. She went public and called you out for what you were doing. And guess what happened? He doubled down and didn't care.
Right. But that's always been the double standard in that regard, and we have to make sure that we're not above. I'm tired of us always having to be above reproach and going farther and doing that extra mile than everyone else. But we have to come back also and support genuine good leaders like that, so that we you're not going to treat our people, you're not going to treat our leaders in such a way and not have to answer to us as a community as a result of that as well.
But I also believe with her, though, there was a noble act on her part, because she was tired of them trying to defame her, that she didn't want what they were going after to be lost, because they were trying to make her the focal point. Because y'all know they will come after us so that we will lose the policy and polity that they were trying to go after. And now all we're talking about is her, and not the reason why she found herself in that place, attempting to support what the not only academia was attempting to do, but what our nation says about free speech and all of the rest of it. And that has been tough. And they've done a great job of helping us to lose what they were going after and just merely look at her and her character. Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's not and just as you said, Bishop, it was merely an allegation. And so because I think I talk to Marty about this all the time, we're in this cancel culture. So all I got to do is make allegations that you've done something, and that's all I need to defame you.
No truth or anything.
I don't need it to be true. I don't need it to be true.
The truth actually hurts the allegation if we were to tell it.
Absolutely.
The truth actually murders the allegation, because then let's go a little further. Then let's come off the graves of Harvard and let's go to the pulpit of the convention, the Reverend Dr. Gina Stewart.
All right.
Now,
all right.
Well, yeah, because we can't blame one culture and one group and not hold our own equally as liable and responsible.
Y'all know I can go on a rant, so I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity to talk.
And then we're gonna turn it over to the Reverend MarQuerita.
Yeah, let's hear from her first, and then I'll just push the broom and clean up the rest.
Okay, sounds good. Dr. Story, give her a solo spot.
There are so many scattering remarks that I could speak in relationship to this. Number one, uh, uh, even that we are talking about someone as educated and experienced as she is, being the first African American woman to have the opportunity to do what she had done with these four major denominations is sickening. Number two, for her to be the first woman to be over the denomination that she leads is still sickening. Number three, for her to have to honor somebody in extension who decides not to show up because they're so busy in the press of whatever it is, and you invited her to come to your shindig. That's another. And then I'm just not gonna be on one side. For women to say that it's about time, when the truth of the matter is that the convention and the churches are made up of 98% women, and the reason why women are not preaching and in leadership is not because of the oppression of the brethren, but it is the oppression of the sistren.
My God.
And
sing.
I said it.
Mm-hmm. But it is still misogynistic in the church and still in the Black church.
In the church. You know, it's what's tragic about this whole litany of a conversation is that if the church really is a hospital, and just an analogy, if you will, if the church really is a hospital for those that are in need of care per se, when you go to the hospital and you are in the middle of a heart attack, a stroke, you've been in a car wreck, do you really care that the woman that's going to save your life is Christian, a woman, a Muslim, a Hindu, if she is transgender, if he or she is gay? Do you really care at the moment of your pain that the person that's going to save your life doesn't meet up with your, per se, political qualifications of their gender? Or are you going to let them save your life? When I look at the church, we have been playing this game of women can't preach, even though they have earned doctorates, not DDs. Let's just get there. They have earned masters. They have earned bachelors. Dr. Faye Gwynn was one of my heroes in the faith. And Dr. Gwynn would always say, I had to get my education to confirm my stabilization. I'm a firm believer that until we learn to appreciate women for the gift and the glory and the anointing that's on their life, we will always miss the miracle of manifestation in this dispensation. Dr. Stewart, I
agree.
Dr. Stewart, what she did theologically in her preaching was sound. What she did historically was 50 years late.
Yes. So for those who may not know what happened, because I think we need to bring it into context, because I think there's a lot of people who might be joining us. No, I'm going to have you Bishop, to bring us up to this the controversy that surrounds Dr. Stewart, Gina Stewart herself.
All right. But I'm going to let Dr. Stewart kick us off, and then I'm going to come behind her again.
Okay.
Well, number one, this was a historic time where the four Baptist denominations were coming together. They were in Nashville. The extension of the invitation went to Dr. Gina Stewart from the National Baptist Convention USA Incorporated for her to be able to speak at this historic time.
Which is huge.
It was huge. Only one other time had they all come together before. And so then this was definitely historic for her to be extended this particular opportunity. However, she is, as Bishop has said, she's credentialed, she's experienced, she's been a pastor since like 1995. I mean, she's not a slouch on any level and has preached the length and breadth of this world. Now that's the other part of it. So it's not in question to whether or not she can, because she done already answered that question. But the door opening for a woman to be on that particular platform, it is definitely late. And she is over Lot Carey, which is a denomination of its own. And she is the president of it as well. And so it's not like they extended it to a pastor.
Right.
It was to another president as well. And so historically, she has done some incredible things. She's matriculated through the halls of academia. Her paper is not on tissue paper. It's on parchment. I mean, she done did what she had to do. And she preached the solid word. However, on the back end, her message ended up missing after it was the most viewed anything that has ever occurred in the history of any of those denominations. It was the most viewed, and it came up missing, and they blamed Meta, Facebook for the removal of it. And then once people said something, then it showed up. It was like a modern day miracle. It came back. And so they were able to get it.
Suddenly.
All of a sudden, honey, they just called that little boy and told him to find the video, and they found it and put it right on back up.
Little boy.
I mean, he's a young man. He's a young man that owns Meta. Anyway,
yes.
But for me, there have been women saying, "Oh, she was done wrong. She was done wrong by the brethren." And the only reason why I'm making sure I put a pin here is because I get it. Everybody say it's misogynistic, but if you're only 2%, baby, you ain't got as much power as you think you have.
Right. That's good.
Okay. And so only a silly woman will destroy her house. And that's Bible too. And so we have been backbiting. We've been talking about each other's weaves. We've been talking about each other's ways. We've been trying to figure out who we sleeping with, who's zooming who, in order for us to get to where we're going. And so although all of a sudden she's our supposed Trojan horse, where we can run in and try to be saved by her, the truth of the matter is that horse ended up breaking up and they had to come out and fight on their own. And the truth of the matter is Gina fine. And we're going to have to fight on our own to stop this black on black, Christian on Christian, sister on sister crime that keep happening, because the reality is that there may have been a time where we could have said, the brothers voted it out.
That's
right
good.
now, we got way too many women, and this topic is hot because we're gonna blame y'all, but we're responsible equally.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
And Christian cannibalization is happening across all races of church. It is not just in the black church. Christian cannibalization. We're eating our own.
Are they breaking it down? The Babas are in full effect right now.
We are eating our own. We are devouring our own. We're not even sacrificing for the benefit of Christ. We're sacrificing for the benefit of authority. We're sacrificing for the benefit of power. We're sacrificing because we want to prove that we can be what we are not. We want to prove that we can pay our way out of instead of earn our way up. There is no such thing as an anointing without an accountability.
Ooh.
And
Doc, you're talking good.
And holiness, and my Pentecostal preacher is going to put me out. Holiness without wholeness is witchcraft. We have got to stop telling people, go get delivered. What does that look like? When you send them to the hospital, they have a way of figuring out if this is your kidneys, your liver, your spleen. They have a way to figure that out. So then they are able to prescribe a treatment plan, which is why Dr. Stewart was effective behind the sacred desk, because she knew how to prescribe a treatment plan. All I'm saying is that the days of elevating preachers because of their money status, their financial status, their social status, Those days should be dead. The reason people should stop laying hands, and I'm going to say something that's going to get me in trouble. Bishops, stop laying hands on these demons that are pretending to be preacher pastors when you know they have no work. Their apostolic succession is attached to your hand. Stop putting your hands in places where money was before. Put your hands in places where the blood was. So then the blood will protect you from the things that you shouldn't be touching. Dr. Stewart is effective not just as a preacher, but she is effective as a pulpiteer. She showed pulpit ethics when what not one given to her. We're around there calling people doc because they're 80 years old, and we can't even call her doc, and she earned it.
Well, like Michelle Obama says, we go high when they go low. Go ahead, Dr. Story.
And my problem with that is that when they go high, I go straight to hell. Because in order for me to get some folks where they need to be, I got to go to the pits of hell. Because you won't respect my gift until I meet you where you are.
Okay.
And Tarian was designed to bring people from where they are to their place of deliverance. So you go as high as you want. But what I'm going to do is go where you are. This is not what you want. But if we're really going to deal with the book in its entirety, we've got to deal with what God intended against what man interpreted, and stop pretending that man's interpretation overrules God's intent.
Okay, Dr.
Get your arrogant self out of here and go somewhere and sit down. You arrogant with no anointing, you arrogant with no authority, and then you mad when everything you plant dies. Put your hands in. Robin Harris was a prophet. Put your hands in your pocket, keep your eyes on your luggage, because that's what you own.
Dr. Story, and we're going to take a quick break. Go ahead, Dr. Story.
I don't know if I have anything to say.
I'm sorry. I'm going to do better next year.
No, you're not.
The doors of the church are not open.
Yes, they are. To go back to what Dr. Stewart was saying, I don't disagree with him. I just would say this. When he had mentioned the church was supposed to be a hospital, I vehemently disagree with that, because everybody can't be sick. Because if everybody is sick, it means the leaders laying hands are sick as well. And then if we're around so many sick people and we don't have any well people around us, it means that we don't ever get off duty, and that those that are around us are now contaminating us. And we could have come well, but now we find ourselves sick because we don't have anyone around us that's not sick. Now, I know I'm not Pentecostal, but I believe that God can heal you. And what I believe is that's killing the church today is that we've got too many insightful believers, we got too many influenced believers, and we've got too many injured believers. In order for us to be an effective church, you can't have that many injured folk, you can't have that many influenced folks, and you can't have that many folk that are incited by the stuff that they hear. Now that's what I got to say.
And my fourth one to that is that we have too many infected people trying to heal people.
I love it.
Okay. You heard all the eyes right here. On a sports team, you can't have the whole team can't be injured in order for us to win the game. And on that note, we're going to just stay tuned as we take a quick 30-second commercial break, and we'll be right back with you. Hello, everyone. My name is Martina Sellers, your mental health hygienist, and I want to encourage you to go purchase my book, Chris is Sad. This book explores the dynamics and the family dynamics of divorce from a child's perspective. So when you're struggling with having that conversation, this book will help you. It explores all the difficulties and the challenges to make sure that children know divorce is not really about them, that we as parents still love them, and that they still can have their best life. So check me out on Amazon or on my website at www.mentalhealthmarty.com. Hey, we trying to be a little bit more professional these days. How y'all like that commercial?
Well, you know
I like
what
the pictures on the wall.
Listen,
see the pictures on the wall.
yeah, listen.
And those cheeks over there, those look like cheeks. Look like cheeks right there. I felt like my man on Boomerang, like laughing at the mouth on the.
Listen, it ain't never your enemies. It ain't never your enemies. It's always your family members.
I'm looking at the peripherals. I was trying to look at Chris is so sad, but my peripheral was like, "Hey, over here, over there."
Those are cheeks.
Look like cheeks over there. then the beanie got into me like, you couldn't find no chocolate cheeks.
Oh my
God! A little darker.
It was a red face. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Listen.
Cheeks.
Well, that took that whole commercial and took it left. But we still want you to buy the book.
Please. I love it.
He's still sad.
I love it.
Yeah, Chris is still sad.
Yeah, he will pick Chris up. Wow. Pick Chris up.
But now, speaking of the word sad, I would love to hear your thoughts about the lady E. Jean Carroll and her $83 million. Now, you mean to tell me it took $83 million to purchase your solids? I just that's an expensive solids, sir.
Well.
E. Jean Carroll. Listen.
Well, E. Jean also was saying that now you call me ugly, number one, and you're gonna pay for that.
Run off at the mouth.
You said you would never touch me, you're gonna pay for that.
Yeah.
You said you would never stoop down to my leg, you gonna pay for that, and that's $83 million, sugar.
Word is that the jury slid a note, I guess, to the judge. Whatever, was like, how much can we charge? How much? Is there a limit? Is there a limit on we can fine him on?
Yeah.
But this is the travesty. It was 7 men and 2 women that came to that.
Yes.
I would have suspected now because he was really counting on that that the jury would either be hung or the men would see past that story, and they did not. And I can already hear him in his attesting of this that it was a New York jury, so he's going to say that jury was strictly minorities, but I just don't think that jury was all minorities. I do believe that some of the people on that jury were people who looked like him, who did not side with him.
Mm-hmm. I agree, but he had already been found guilty, baby. This is the how much you pay stage. You've already been found guilty. Stop acting like you came in here innocent. We was always coming in here to find out how much you was going to pay. That's what you was here for, sugar. We wasn't trying to retry this. You had already been convicted of this, sugar. Yeah. Ask your attorney.
And can't be quiet.
Ask your attorney. Yeah.
He just can't be quiet.
No, if he ain't heard nothing else,
he gagging now. He's not quiet. He's gagging.
Baby, she applied a hefty case of shut up juice across that mouth. You hear what I'm saying?
But the one that was killing me. The one is killing me. What's her, Fanny? Is it Fanny? Fanny? What's her name?
Fanny Willis out there in Atlanta, Georgia, with the Rico case.
Now, oh my gosh, she made me so mad.
Why y'all mad at her?
Charges, but not smart enough to pick a man right. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, now let's have this conversation. As much as we're hearing this, it would do you some good to print out that document, because what you will find out is that he had already left home almost 4 months prior to him ever starting to talk to her. So they had already agreed that the marriage was irreconcilable. They had already agreed that they were going to divorce. He agreed to let her keep the house, and he moved out 4 months prior to the filing. Yeah. She admitted to that and agreed to no contest of any part of this thing. Now, all of a sudden, after he left and he started dating her, or that the engagement of the contract went in place, all of a sudden now you're missing money. That money can't be in play if it wasn't in play before you signed the agreement to separate. Like, I don't get. Now, should they have been sleeping together? I do think that there is a question on the table about that. However, I do think that the ex-wife is in bed with those other politicians, and Ray Charles told Stevie Wonder that he saw them together meeting about it.
I can't.
I do think that
Yeah,
I do think that some accountability is due, but it does not change the facts of the case that Trump did engage in a RICO case. He did engage in that level of outcome. And so now, and my push to Atlanta would be, or to the DA, get you another lawyer to fight that for you and stay focused on your job. You don't have nowhere to go, and there is nobody who can pick up your work and run with it. So unless they can create an issue, which they have not been able to do, because if they had a smoking gun, they'd have fired that gun on day one. They had to go find this. They had to go dig for this. They had to go.
And
you can't tell me.
She has to be aware of that, though. It has to be aware of that.
You
that
can't put your boo in on that. You can't put your boo in.
You have to understand that they're going to do it. You're going to have to understand that they're going to dig.
Yeah, it's opposition research. I'm not mad at them for doing it. I am a little perturbed that she thought that it wouldn't merit a conversation. This whole move, because of who she's prosecuting, she's in a red state under a red Republican.
That's the point.
To his defense, has not always agreed with everything Trump did. He has always come down on what was best for Georgia. And he didn't always agree with Trump. But on this, I think that she might catch a lash or two because of how far out of reach it is within the confines of her job description. The ethics that she has to uphold.
You don't put your boo in on that. Like you don't put your boo in on an RFP and act like they making money and then you go run for president. Like you can't do that. And that's job 101. And then this can't be between me and you. If me and you are together, it ain't between me and you. It's between me, you, and doggone everybody we're connected to and the work that we do. Shon, you know, myself, Martinez, Rob, who we are. Baby, somebody gonna find us, see us, and say something salacious about. And even if they don't do it now, because we live in this cancel culture, we gonna cancel you out when you try to act like ain't nothing going on. I'm gonna hold it till I need it. And that's exactly what they did to that girl, because there is never any way to hide a relationship with anybody. That's just like I told y'all early on that I had a baby. Y'all trying to act like it's impossible for me to have a baby.
I can't. Nepotism. That's what we use.
Nepotism. It is not impossible for you to have a baby, beloved. That's not what we're saying.
I mean, that quick. It's impossible.
Yeah, that quick. Not hard. Now you're talking good now.
I'll just send the record. You'll know.
I don't want no record of that.
So as we're about to wrap up to a close, because we'll go on this politics and everything. It's Black History Month, and it really is. What's one thing, and we'll go to each of us, that we can do that to make a positive impact in our communities as we're talking about Black History and Black History Month? I'm gonna start with you, Rob. What's going on? What can we do differently?
What I always say: buy black. Understand that we need to stop to be consumers. We need to depend on each other. It's out there now. There's research. Come on, people. If you need a Louis, there's a black fashion designer out there, probably got the same type of quality of a Louis. Look for them. Stop. We giving them paychecks. They don't give a damn about us. We need to start spending our dollars with ourselves. Come on. It's time. It's time. So continue to do it.
Phone is ringing.
We have to continue to do it.
That's probably mine upstairs that I haven't figured out where I laid it. I do apologize.
Okay, that's okay. You're good.
Put the thumbs down. Who put the thumbs down up there? Who did?
That's because readers, these new iPhones and all that. This AI is doing some other stuff. You be sending that emoji will go at the wrong time and cause a fight.
It sure will, and it has happened a couple of times. And I'm apologizing because I need somebody to call me if they know how to stop it. And if y'all know, put it in the chat, honey, so I can get on to it.
Right. Bishop, what's one thing we can do as we're celebrating Black lives, because Black lives still do matter? What's something that people can do, that's whether it's simple or not, that we can do to help change the trajectory of our community?
We are all living Black historians. We're all living Black history. If you do nothing else, take some time to honor the persons, the people that you know, that are close to you, that are near you, that have had impact in your life. It has shaped who you are, shaped what you've become. Honor them And you would be surprised what a simple thank you note, handwritten by you, would do for them. What a simple, don't send me a gift card to go to dinner. Come pick me up and let's go to dinner.
Yes.
Let's sit down and talk together. You'll be surprised how just spending that little bit of time with each other, honoring the time while being in time, is the best time you could ever have.
I love it. I love
That's
it.
beautiful.
And Dr. Story, last but definitely not least.
I guess as you're saying that, one of the profound things that I have the honor of doing is serving at a historically African American church where they hid slaves. It was initially a Mennonite church, and now I'm the first female preacher to be there and pastor. Amen. And it is ensuring that our story continues to go on, and the legacy of ensuring that people are able to live free emotionally and psychologically and spiritually is the work that I'm trying to continue, and ensuring that the next generation has a hold of the story of the place that we call our worship center.
I love it. I love it. One of the great things that my brother and I had a chance to experience was one of our grandmother's house. We called her Gorgeous George. And she had a house that was on the Underground Railroad. And I think it was, we're in so many generations. I think we lost track at about 56 first cousins, something like that. And I know. Yeah. I know. And so they were in there playing, and I think it was in the back, back of grandma's closet and stuff. And they noticed this little crawl space, and they got back there, and it was a whole nother room. And so it's definitely one of the places that runaways and the slaves hid and everything. And so it's quite fascinating. Then it changed how we appreciated that house, knowing that it was on this Underground Railroad, and that we were a part, and that we were in history, and a house that runaways and slaves, as we're trying to escape and make their way to Canada, were in. And I think we have to make sure we continue to tell those stories to remind us of the vastness of our history and of our people, because they're trying to diminish us and saying that slavery was for our pleasure. That's a lie.
Yeah.
They're trying, and that you benefited from it.
That we benefited from it. Well, we're still waiting on our 40 acres and a mule.
I don't want to make acres on a mule, but just give me my money.
Well, I need some acres, and don't give me acres in Alaska or somewhere where I can't use it. But
that's you listening.
Yes. They're trying to do away with our, as Rob pointed out earlier, about the history and what we're even talking about in our classrooms and everything. So it's so vitally important that we push the narratives back, and that we make sure that our history is preserved, and that we become the orators, the oracles that shares our history in so many ways in that. And so I thank you guys. Listen, we can talk all day, and it's so good to see each and every one of you. We got to plan a time in the summer that we're going to do this live, and we're sitting around the table having some coffee. We'll have some bourbon for you, Bobby, and definitely
no. Coffee's good. Coffee's good.
Coffee's good. That's right. Coffee. Okay.
Good.
Some coffee. and just have a
no sugar, no cream.
No sugar, no cream.
Heavy D reference. Shout out to our ancestor, Heavy D.
It was.
I knew what that was, and I wasn't gonna touch it.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool.
Joining us, and we never want you to forget you can still be a part of us. Again, please hit that like and share and button and everything. But we want to also remind you about staying connected with us. Now, if you're we don't want you to miss out, looking for support and what that looks like. We want to share with you just some basic mental health resources. Listen, if you are in crisis, you can type crisis to 741-741. You can definitely reach out to Psychology Today. Therapy for Black men is definitely one of the top 5 therapy references for Black people in the nation. Good Therapy, MarcelWC.com, or the national helpline at 988. And then also, we want you to also check out our website at mentalhealthmarty.com for some merch as it is getting cold up there. Definitely get along with that hoodie and some of the other merchandise that we have on there. So that you can stay connected with everything we do. That's it. Black mental health matters, especially during this time of Black history. We want you to definitely get the hoodie, the t-shirt, add to your collection. And it is such great quality that you'll get with that as well. And as we talked about, Stop the Stinking Thinking Journal. We want you definitely to get that journal. It's going to help you in your walk as you're charting those things in life. So in this journey called life, we don't want you to continue to secretly suffer in silence in the shadow of shame, but we definitely want you to speak up, speak out, and live, because the best is still yet to come. We'll see you next week. Take care and God bless.